That's it. I'll start talking about my mother, actually. It kind of very subtle in her ability to brainwash me, but there are a couple things that she really hammered home from the beginning. And one of those was that the 1975 and 1976 Cincinnati Reds are without question the greatest baseball team to ever, walk the field. I've grown up a Reds fan, and everyone asks in every city that I've been in, when are you going to convert? And the answer to me has just been, that's silly. Cincinnati is where I'm from, and that's the team that I root for. It doesn't cause a lot of drama here in Boston. It did in St. Louis. But for those of you who are unfamiliar with the 1975 and 1976 Cincinnati Reds, Boston may remember them as one of the greatest World Series that's ever been played. And I think Boston has a different memory than Cincinnati does, and their memory ends right around Game 6 with Carmen Fisk waving, willing the ball in a very poetic way. The curse is about to end. I mean, Boston is in uproar, and then and there's a little denouement after where Cincinnati wins the World Series. We generally remember that as the greatest team of all time in a 108-win season marches into Boston and takes what's rightfully theirs. So that's how Cincinnati remembers the story. And there's kind of an interesting sort of poetry to the sixth game and ending it there. It's complex and beautiful. However, I am a man of simple pleasures, and that title is kind of, well, but if they'd done it in the seventh game, that would be something awesome. Something awesome, and I can tell you that honestly because I've lived it. And so we can talk a little bit now about my days in the Wiffle Ball League. When I was 4th through 8th grade, this was something that more or less the Parks and Rec department did to keep the young boys busy in my hometown. And I remember in my first year as a Wiffle Ball League, I had the great pleasure of being on the championship team. And in a manner identical in many ways to Mr. Bliss' home run over the left field wall, walk-off, it was incredible. It was incredible. And that feeling was tremendous. But that was not my favorite season there. My favorite season was with my brother, and I was captaining the team at the time. And we put together a very solid and a ragtag sort of group out of the sandlot. A lot less leather and a lot more plastic. That's just how football goes. We really, we just found a way to win every game, and there was something really cool about that. Hustling and laying down bunts, and it was awesome. And we went into every game expecting to lose and somehow put together an incredible season that will live in no one's memory but my brother's. Really. And it's kind of it was on the way home. The park was walking distance, as was everything in the suburb that I grew up in. And the way home was great because we were returning with the Golden Fleece. We were returning with, we brought the Fountain of Youth back to our household in the form of a wiffle ball title. We did it. And I'm convinced that when Mr. Ponce de Leon set up to find the Fountain of Youth, he wasn't looking for a kind of immortality or eternal life. He was looking for something to bring home. And that's kind of what I think it is. That's what it's about for me. So, if you have a Golden Fleece handy, that's, that'd be very appreciated from this end. And so I'll always be a Cincinnati Reds fan, not only in the sense that I'm from Cincinnati, but I know that that's where I'm going to.